Well, what did we get today? I've been waiting for it. What could it be? Oh, look at that. I remember what it is. Something to do with brewing. Something to do with brewing. That's all I can say. And it looks like it's going to be... Ah! Looks like it's a 50-pound bag of Bryce 2-row malt. How you doing? So we'll put this to good use maybe even this weekend. If I have a free fermenter. I'll have to check to see if I got a free fermenter. It's just a bucket I use, but how you doing? I'll be brewing again shortly. Batch 126 today. And this beer is going to be a stout, a peanut butter stout, chocolate peanut butter stout. And we're going to call it Screaming, Yelling Monkey. Let's get on with it. I got everything set up here. The water's on. Just got to start grinding some grain. Mandatory grain fondling. Fondle the grains there. Get those done. And we're going to go in with batch 126 here. My Sharona. Oats are in. A little stir. And we're at 152. Perfect. You can write that down. All right. We have gathered 8.5 gallons of lovely wort. This is the Screaming, Yelling Monkey beer. And I always say it, this will be the last time I say it, batch 126, how you doing? So 8.5 gallons, we're gonna boil at a vigorous rate. And we're near the hot break now. And we'll boil off almost 2 gallons, believe it or not, maybe a little bit more. At the vigorous rate, we'll be getting rid of the DMSs. We won't have none of that in this beer. And it's a peanut butter beer, like I said before. It's gonna be pretty darn good, I hope. So yeah, we're gonna use 1 1/4 ounces of Willamette hops on the get-go for the 60-minute boil. And then in my oust house over there, I'm going to use some fresh picked. I never turned the fan on, so they're still wet right off the vine. I picked them last night, well, yesterday. And we're going to put them in. We'll weigh them out and maybe give it 1 ounce or 2 ounces of that, because there's not going to be many of them to weigh out to 1 ounce because they're still wet. It'll be called a wet hop brew, basically, so we'll get on with it. We're nearing the hot break shortly. Here's the first edition of Willamette hops into the basket, and then we'll weigh out the other ones. Nice rolling boil. The hot break happened naturally. I didn't film it. She went right up to the top. The proteins were right up to the top of the kettle, and then like a valve, it just dropped to the bottom. She hot break like a nut bag, whatever that is. So on with this brew. It's batch. Yeah, I didn't say it, did I? I didn't say it.
Get the yeast.
We are watching the Three Stooges make beer.
It's for you. Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen that
Things around
episode.
here myself.
I suggest you guys look it up. It's quite funny. He's putting in 3 tablets of yeast down. Oh, this is funny. That's something. 3 Stooges. We're about ready to put our second edition of hops into our batch here.
Where were we? Oh yeah, 3 cases of yeast.
He put more yeast in because he read the
I have to
directions.
do everything myself, I guess.
So the last 15 minutes, I just picked these hops off the vine and weighed them. I got 3.5 ounces of wet hops. They're on the wet variety because they just got picked. So I'm going to squeeze them down and get them in the basket here. Hopefully I won't spill them. These are 2022 hops. Cascade. So get those in the basket. And 15 minutes flame out. So we're on target with this beer. Batch number. And we call it correct. Why wouldn't I? So off we go to the fermenter. We let it dump in heavy to help aerate. And as that happens, I can shut my wort chiller off now. And as that's dumping in there, I'm going to pull my wort chiller out and get that cleaned up. Sanitize everything, my scissors, the package of yeast, my hands. We have a full bucket of wort here, fermenting. It'll probably give us a few extra bottles, and there's nothing wrong with that. So here's the pitching of the USO5 yeast. She's in. Our cover's going on. This brew is done, all besides the washing in a kettle. And that's it, the mash tuns are already clean. I like to clean as I go. Cuts down on some time. So. Cover's on. That's it. Batch 120 plus 6. Screaming, yelling monkey. There, I said it again. How you doing? Okay, we're going to get a reading, and then we're going to go to keg, more than likely, on our batch of beer here. This one is called So we got our hydrometer here. We'll get that in here. We'll get a sample first. Sanitize everything here. And let's get a sample. I got the airlock is out so we don't suck the fluid back in. Screaming Yelling Monkey Stout Chocolate Peanut Butter Stout Beer. We want to get a reading on that. So we're going to let that sit and see how that came out. And we'll turn the camera back on there once that settles out. But for now, let's get this keg ready and get this in the keg. I'll be using an extract today, a peanut butter extract. It's the first time I'm trying this, and my fingers are crossed that it comes out okay. We'll see what happens. So we'll get a reading and see what's going on here. Filling a keg at a Screaming Yelling Monkey. Came out at 1020. We'll do the math. 1020. It's going to be a little bit on the sweet side. Gonna get a taste on the Screaming Yelling Monkey. The peanut butter brew that we peanut butter stout. Let's see how this thing tastes. That's a really thick head, and I'm gonna overflow it. Go figure. So how many times have I said the name of this beer? This is the taste test on the Screaming Yelling Monkey. We brewed 3-4 weeks ago. I poured it. Got a 2-finger head. A little foamy. I might be overcarbonated. I'll check my lines and redo them again. I didn't like that much foam. What else? Oh, the peanut butter. You smell peanut butter and chocolate right away. We'll use the extract on this one. Oh, just peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter is all you smell. So on with the taste test. One. I had one before, so I like this so much. It's the 2 pounds of oats that are in here. Gives it a nice creamy flavor or feeling in the mouthfeel. The lacing's great, the head's great, the retention's great. Got some Special B, got some Munich in here. Got 3 ounces of my homegrown hops at the end. X amount of grams of Willamette. Say that one right, Willamette with an A. Just got off the Worst Beer Reviewer videos, and boy, I'll tell you, I love this one. I can't wait till my daughter tastes it. She's a connoisseur of beer. She's going to love this one, I hope. If she doesn't, then I'll never invite her over again to taste it. So, again. Mouthfeel is just dynamite from the oats. You get the chocolate. The peanut butter comes through. The chocolate comes in later with a creamy chocolate like a candy kiss. The Munich malt that I got in here leaves a little bit of sweetness behind. Just finished at, I'm trying to remember top of my head, 1020 from 1062. She's 5.51%. It drinks like there's no alcohol in here at all. But at the time of this tasting, it's early. And this is my second one, so I know there's alcohol in here just by the way I'm talking. Oh, this is a great beer. You can, folks, check out the recipe on this. And I would make this one if you can. Get the extract, follow this to the T, and you're going to love it. You're going to love this one. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about it. It's a dynamite tasting beer. I love it. I love it. I'd like to dip some chocolate chip cookies in here, or some Oreo cookies in here, or drink it plain. This is a good afternoon beer, is what I'm going to come down to. Wow. So I don't want to make this video any longer than it is. So Proust, on with the Screaming Yelling Monkey. I probably said that about 200 times. Proust. Make this recipe. You'll like it if you like peanut butter.